Hey everyone, Techni here with some stuff from Matrix keyboards to check out today. Number one, and most importantly, we have the Clix gaming keyboard right here, 60% with Gateron silver speed switches. I also went ahead and scooped up some of their space bars, two of them over here. Of course, a black and red one, and then this little color, I don't know, we'll check them out, pretty cool. And then of course we have the free mouse pad that came on this because I was on the early pre-order right there. Now I've reviewed Matrix keycaps before back in the days, if y'all remember that really old video actually. And I think they were like blue and green and then like a pink and green set. They always had real vibrant, like pastel-y or bright pink colors and stuff like that. Not my vibe, obviously, as you can tell, I'm pretty much black and red. So this color theme right here is just really got me excited. So inside your box, you get your keyboard, of course, then you get a detachable USB-C cable, a keycap puller, and a switch puller since this board is hot swap. All right, so straight out the box right here, let me just be honest with you guys about something. I have absolutely no idea who Clix is. I've heard from some other people say he's a pro Fortnite player or I don't know, a good Fortnite player, Fortnite streamer or something. I'm not too sure. Sorry about that. I don't play Fortnite. But I guess obviously with this being his color theme, is he a lover of black and red? Please let me know down in the comments. I guess obviously if this pro model is black and red, kind of a ridiculous question, you know, but let me tell you what, if he is, I'm already a fan. Come on, black and red. But as far as the aesthetics of this board, I mean, again, probably me, just personal preference, I stinking love it. Black and red right here. You make something black and red, Techni's gonna scoop it up. You know what I mean? And it really screams it here. The case is just crisp. Now the case is a little bit brighter red than the keycaps right here. As you can see, the red of the keycaps is almost like, I don't know if I want to say burnt, but it's like a little bit of a faded red, and then with the case is real bright, vibrant red. Now talking about the keycaps here, again, the one thing I think is really cool with Matrix keyboards with the quality of their caps and everything is now implementing in a lot of basic colors rather than just like the pinks and greens and pastels and stuff like that. You know, me, I'm a black and red kind of guy, you know, but it's really cool. You can actually buy these keycaps separately now as well. Now, as you can see, it does connect by USB-C right at the back left-hand corner there, not recessed in or anything, so any of your custom cables are going to fit in there perfectly fine. When you flip the keyboard over, you have 4 rubber feet, but no pop-out feet, so you're stuck right at that incline. But let me tell you what, it is a mighty fine incline, just perfect right there, nice ergonomic, perfect position right there. Now, a cool little personal touch, you have the Clix signature on the front of the board and then Matrix keyboards on the other side. Just really cool as far as, you know, there's not many pro models in the PC gaming space or gaming space in general, you know what I mean? Like you think of pro sports like baseball, basketball and stuff, you got jerseys, you got shoes, you got this and that, you know what I mean? I'm sitting here trying to think like what pro model peripheral have we had? And I just can't think of any. If you know any, please let me go down there, because again, I'm just curious. I'm sitting here trying to think and I can't come up with anything. Cancel that. I just thought of some right now. The Fanatic mice, and then mouse pads from a lot of different companies. So there have been a few. Now you do also have RGB on this guy right here with the white plate underneath it. So the RGB does bounce off of there, give it nice vibrancy, but nothing overboard by any means, fairly subtle. Now, of course, with it being a black and red keyboard, whenever you start getting that rainbow RGB, I don't know, to me at least, it just looks goofy. You know what I mean? You kind of want to leave that to like a solid black board or a solid color board, you know, white or something like that. When you get black and red, getting some rainbow colors just looks weird to me. So as far as the background, I leave it a solid red and it looks absolutely crisp. All right, so now I want to take a look at the Matrix software for this keyboard. And first thing that's going to come to your mind is GK61 software, right? Spit and image, GK61, SK61. It is the exact same software except it says Matrix up there. And just talking to software in general, it's quite confusing straight out the gate. The thing you got to get used to with it to make it easy, number one, standard, you're not going to be able to adjust anything in standard. So make sure you get into layer 1, 2, or 3 right here, and then you can start dabbling with the stuff. So again, that's probably the trickiest part. Then you get in here, tons of RGB effects and everything, tons of customization, but that's the biggest thing. Again, get in with each layer, and then you can start adjusting, whether it be your keys and your media keys and stuff like that, your arrows, and then again, your RGB. And there are tons of RGB effects on this guy. So again, don't get overwhelmed right out the gate. Give it a second. It is a little bit confusing compared to some of the other big company softwares out there, but after a few minutes here and there, you're gonna get really used to it, and it's quite easy, again, with a lot of options to use. But yes, the software is the exact same as every other 6123 GKSK, whatever K board out there. Now, as far as these Matrix keyboard space bars, let me tell you what, these things are stinking awesome right here. Just the designs that are actually on them, just give that extra touch. I go out the black and red one right here. I think that'll get a real cool personal touch on the Clix board, but this other one, like little graffiti, you can see a little Matrix keycap set back there. I'm not too sure what's going on, it's so busy, but it is so stinking cool. Again, not really my style, I'm just black and red, but that spacebar is awesome. Now, I have heard people having issues with their spacebars as far as not being completely flat. And let me tell you what, mine are like that as well. Nothing drastic by any means, just a little bit worse on the black one than the graffiti one. But again, kind of a stinker that they're not straight. I don't know, can I like throw this in the microwave or heat it up or something to flat? I don't know what to do, but again, it is off balance. Now, as far as my version right here, I have it with the Gateron Speed Silvers, and as you can see, they almost look like a Kale box switch, so they're in there pretty nice and stable, not too much wobble or anything. Now, me looking online, I can't find any stats on these guys. I've never used Gateron Silvers, used tons of Gaterons. I pretty much used Gateron Reds as my primary, and that's pretty much exactly what they feel like. But as far as like actuation and stuff like that, I can't find anything on there. So if you know anything, please leave it down in the comments. I'll pin the comment and everything so people can know what they are. I use tons of cherry silvers and then Kale silvers and everything, and then again Gateron Reds. And again, they feel just like Gateron Reds. Now, as I stated earlier, this board is hot swappable. It's really cool. When you pop your switch out, you're going to notice that the PCB is a 5-pin swap. So you can fit just about any switch in there. No snipping or clipping or anything. Talking about it being 5-pin to 3-pin, and you notice on a lot of hot swap boards, the 3-pin switches are a little bit wobbly and they're nothing drastic or deal breaking by any means. But again, it's just really cool having a 5-pin, because whatever switch you put in there as a 5-pin, it stays in there very snug and secure. Now, just a quick warning as far as it being hot swap here as well. As you can see on my board right down here by the spacebar, and this goes for all the keys surrounding the perimeter of the board, you gotta watch out because your switch puller will get right up on that case and then scratch it. As you can see right there, I dinged off some of that red, and now I just got that white notch right there, real stinker. So again, just be careful getting those border keys. So after looking over the Clix keyboard, there's one thing that keeps coming to my mind, and this is all over online and some other videos and everything, and that is the Matrix keyboard just a GK61? We've reviewed many of them. They make them with optical switches now, mechanical switches and stuff like that. You can buy a bare bones kit and stuff. So is that what this is? And just to kind of show some differences, I have a GK61 case right here because I've bought a bare bones one, right? So let's start right here with this case. The case is the exact same. It is that GK61, I forget the company. The company is right in here. I can't even pronounce it, but that is the company that makes all this stuff over in China. And yes, this case is the same because you can get that GK61, SK61, whatever 61, you can get it in a wide variety of colored cases. And obviously that is what we have right here with the Matrix. We have this case, but it is red. And then of course they had their own stuff printed on the front right there. Now also going deeper into that, y'all know my first custom keyboard right over here. It was an absolute mess. But anyways, that's where the bare bones GK61 came from. I used that PCB and then that plate to put in right here. I mean, it's solid. It really is. I enjoy it, you know what I mean? But on most of the GK61s or SK61s, whenever you pop that spacebar off, you see it say GK61. Under this guy, it does not say GK61. So I mean, I don't want to take it apart, but just letting you know, the majority of the time it does say, you know, SK or GK61 right there. Now I can tell you it's very similar because you have that little speaker right down on the PCB where it, you know, reacts to as far as sounds in your environment for the RGB. What I can tell you also is that these stabilizers are lubed very nice on this board. Now all the other GK61s, SK61s, whatever again that I've used before have also been lubed. But this one definitely has a generous amount on it. So with all that said right there, when we compile that together, again, me having a lot of experience with those other boards and everything, is this just a GK61? No, it's not just a GK61, but it is a GK61, if that makes any difference, right? It's almost like, look at my custom board, that's how we can look at it, right? Like, yeah, we have GK61 parts and we have matrix, so it's almost like a custom matrix board or a custom GK61, whatever you want to take it, right? We have GK61 parts and then some matrix parts, and that's what kind of compiles it into here. Again, you can kind of look at it more or less like a custom board. Pretty much just like what I did here. I just used a different case, different keycaps. I think these are HyperX or HK Gaming actually, you know what I mean? So that's how you can look at this right here. Is it a GK61? No. Because again, you're getting these nice keycaps, you're getting those Gateron Speed Silvers. But on the other hand, yes, you can still get the same thing. You can buy that bare bones. I believe this is on Amazon for like 50 or 60 bucks, something like that. You get whatever color you want. And again, the same stuff. And then go order a set of keycaps or whatever you want and whatever switches. All right, so let's go on and close up the Clix board from Matrix keyboards right here. Number one, aesthetics. You all know I stink and love it. I absolutely love it. The mouse pad looks awesome with this combo. Now the mouse pad does not come with the board. That was, again, an early pre-order deal right there. But again, I love the aesthetics of it. It's really cool. I love how they're implementing those basic colors. I love the collaboration. Even though I don't know the guy, it's cool to see that in, again, this space right here. The space bars, I love. They're stinking really, really cool right here. I hope they work out that kink and get them really balanced out and flattened out, because that's a little bit of a stinker, but still really cool. But what I want to focus on, again, is the board. Talking right off of not calling it, but referencing it to that GK SK61 and everything. Is it worth it when we look at it that way? Because again, you can pretty much piece together your own board, right? Like I did. My first custom was GK61 with a different case. So is this worth it? Like I stated earlier, I really do. This is 115 bucks, which is not cheap. It's not cheap, and there's a lot of options, a lot of great options. Maya Pro, Ducky 1-2 Mini, probably close to the Ducky Mecha Mini, the Venus, the Hades. There's a lot of options, but what you got to sit here and think about, do you want to support Clix? Because he's getting a cut from this, right? It's a sponsored model or pro model, whatever you want to call it. Do you want to support Matrix keyboards? Again, this company's really coming up. They got, I think it's called Sector something or another, their keyboard they're working on, you know. So you look at it, again, like I stated earlier, you look at it like that, that's what really makes it worth it. Is it the best keyboard you're going to get? Sorry, no, it's not. It really isn't, you know. But again, you got to think about, what do you want to support? Right? You want to help this company kind of come up, help Clix do what he's doing? That's what you're doing right here. And I think that is a fantastic cause. So hey, please let me know down in the comments what you think about it. Do you like, again, with it being in that top tier price range right there with a lot of other competition around there, do you think it's worth it, again, with that cause as far as supporting, again, the company and then the gamer and stuff? I think it's great, and I think we all need to support the space we're in. And that, again, I keep going on and on about it, but I think that's really, really cool. But I'm really curious to hear what you think as well. Do you think like, no way, man, I'm not going to spend that much money on that when I can get this over here, you know what I mean? I'd really like to hear your thoughts down in the comments. But hey, thank you so much for stopping by and watching my review on the Clix gaming keyboard from Matrix keyboards right here. I hope I answered some questions if you were looking at this board, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for some future tech videos. Hey, I hope I catch you in the next one. Bye now.